Nah, I knew it was a close fight. I'm an honest critic to myself. I knew it was a close fight. I said, damn, that knockdown it might be a draw. I don't want no draw. I need to win. I need to win. Like, and I can't really say like his power was like nothing crazy. Every time I could say that he really caught me with those shots, unleashing shots, is because every time he first throw the left hand, it would land. He would thumb me in my eye and it would blind my vision. Every time with the left hand, it would blind my vision, and then I'd tighten up and he'd just start throwing. But I know every time he did that, he gonna get tired. Fuck no. He was being a sore loser. He should have never been a sore loser. If he would have took the loss like a man, I would have gave him a rematch. Like I took my loss like a man when I lost, I'd have gave him a rematch. But he was being a sore loser, so now he ain't getting nothing.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So what you just heard was the voice of super featherweight title contender turned lightweight title contender in star boxer Christopher Little B Hop Primetime Colbert, who was 17 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 6 wins by way of knockout, 26 years of age, 5'8", with a 71-inch arm reach. Last night he took on Jose Valenzuela, okay, who is a lightweight title contender, okay, 12 wins, 2 losses, no draws, 8 wins by way of knockout. One time in his career, he was knocked out. He is 23 years of age. He's a southpaw, 5'10", with a 70-inch arm reach. They fought last night. Both guys, Jose Valenzuela was coming off of a loss to Edwin De Los Santos, a embarrassing third round knockout loss to Edwin De Los Santos, in which he was the favorite to win that fight. And Chris Colbert, he came off an embarrassing loss to now WBA super featherweight world champion Hector Luis Garcia, to which he lost a unanimous decision. Hector Garcia was a late replacement for Chris Colbert at the time. Chris Colbert was set to face Roger Gutierrez for the WBA title, but Roger Gutierrez, he tested positive for the C19. He was pulled out of the fight, then reportedly suffered an injury. And Hector Luis Garcia, he filled in for Gutierrez, and he beat Chris Colbert, dropped him in the fight, dominated him in the fight, and shocked the world and beat Chris Colbert, okay? So Chris Colbert was coming off a loss, shocking, embarrassing loss. Jose Valenzuela, he was coming off a shocking, embarrassing loss, right? And so with that said, both guys was on the road and on track to, get back in good graces with their respective divisions and back on track for a title contention. And the fight took place, and right out the gate, opening round, Jose Valenzuela, he dropped Chris Colbert badly with a left hook. Okay. And then he was countering and hurting Chris Colbert with overhand lefts, straight left hands the entire night. Now, both guys had amateur ways last night, as both guys their ability to judge the distance was completely off. Their ability to have, accurate punches was completely off. Chris Colbert was throwing complete arm punches, not, using his legs at all. I think from the first knockdown, his legs was gone. Jose Valenzuela, he looked sloppy at times. He was swinging with punches that was way off. He was way too far away from Chris Colbert with his jab and straight left at times. But he did the most damage in the fight. Okay, he did the most damage clearly in this fight. Now, Chris Colbert, Little B Hop, prime time, he was countering Jose Valenzuela all night. That's what made it entertaining and made it close. But at the end of the day, I thought that just like 90% of the boxing world felt as if Jose Valenzuela won this fight. Okay, and it wasn't that difficult to score the fight to see who won. But the judges, they saw it different and gave Little B Hop Primetime a unanimous decision victory over Jose, which sparked the fans' outrage, boxing world, in an outrage, pundits, fans, everybody was upset with this decision. Okay. And so Chris Colbert, he felt, as he admitted in this video you heard, he thought it was a draw. Okay. He didn't even think that he won the fight. He said that he needed this win badly because he was coming off of a loss, but he didn't even feel like he won this fight, right? He said, I think it's a draw. He felt like he closed the gap, which I felt like he did definitely close the gap as the rounds went on, because Jose Valenzuela was very sloppy with his punches. But as far as landing big, heavy, clean punches and visibly hurting your opponent, Valenzuela, El Rayo, as he nicknamed, he completely by far landed the bigger, cleaner punches and was hurting Chris Colbert the entire night. Okay, at least 3 times looked like here goes another opportunity for him to stop Chris Colbert. Now, he was unable to close the show, right? And that's a knock on him for not being better prepared, being more accurate, having better ring IQ and better judging of distance. That's on him. That's his fault. But you can hear Chris Colbert. So for all the people that's saying, Chris Colbert clearly won or it's not a robbery. No, it was a robbery. Okay. Chris Colbert lost this fight tonight. Right. And you can hear him in this interview. He states he thought it was a draw. Okay. So if you thought it was a draw, you didn't do that well that it negated the knockdown. So if he thought it was a draw, then the knockdown itself should have been the deciding factor, and the decision should have went in favor of Jose Valenzuela. And now Chris Colbert, this was his first fight at 135. He says that he's going back down to 130, his respected division. And he stated that, he's definitely not giving El Rayo a rematch because he was a sore loser. And he has no interest in giving them a rematch, and he's going back down to 130 to compete. What I saw from both guys, they both have a ton to work on, but fair is fair. Okay. Yesterday, El Rayo, he did enough, in my opinion, to get the decision. Fair is fair. Right. But both guys look extremely sloppy. Both guys didn't have much power, and both guys should stay away from the absolute upper echelon in they're at 130 for Chris Colbert and at 135 for Jose Valenzuela. They both have a lot of work to do. Because if that was Tank Davis in there, he could have seriously hurt either one of them. If that was Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, or Ryan Garcia, either one of them could have been seriously hurt. Even Rolly Romero might have seriously hurt either one of them. So Chris Colbert admits he thought it was a draw. But drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. That's all I got for y'all. It's your boy Blue. I'm going. Peace.